We have to make a motion.
Okay, I'd like to call the October 26, 2023 Waterworks Board Special, nope, no, wrong one. I'd like to call the November 21st, 2023 St. John Waterworks meeting to order.
There's no Jason.
Yeah,
How can we possibly do this meeting without Jason?
so roll call.
Ken Gambala is absent. Jim Zarnick,
Present.
Joe McInerney.
Present.
All votes do need to be unanimous.
All right, so the next thing is the approval of the minutes. So for the October 26, 2023 special meeting, looking for approval of the minutes.
So moved.
And I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? None. Okay, new and old business, the Haas data use agreement for wells 8 and 9, phases 2 and 3. Somebody want to lead us through that?
Yeah, I can kind of start this conversation off. So we had entered into an agreement with with Haas Engineering, which was the former engineer for the town of St. John. They had worked on well houses 8 and 9 in phases 2 and 3 for that project. They have done enough work on this project that we would like to keep that data, so that way we're not having a redundancy of repeating the work that they performed. So the data use agreement allows for us to obtain that data, and then there's, and I believe there was an amount not to exceed on this as well, for that, as to gather that information and provide it to the town. Tom, I think I summarized that pretty well. Would you agree?
You did.
Yeah.
We are waiting for the data from them. We've got some information, we just can't open it, and we contacted them before, Mr. Wizawati contacted them before. And we want to get the passes or codes, we gotta be able to open up the data.
And I'll follow up with them on that tomorrow, just to make sure that, we did get the information and the passwords as necessary.
So the data consists of drawings primarily or calculations?
The ones that we could get into were the PDFs that we had already. There was an item letter, and there was an item, and there was a PDF of a plan. But we can't open them up. And everything is secured with them. And we asked them to give us the security code. They said they can't, they have to give it to the town only. Mr. Wizawati's asked for it too. We just not disseminating it down to us. We don't even know if we have AutoCAD drawings in there. Do you know, Dave?
There were AutoCAD drawings in there, but without being able to open them, we don't know what they consist of.
And the town has paid Haas?
In the past they have. For this step, I don't know if they paid them or not, and they really should wait until we get all the data.
Oh,
Right, and I think once we get the data, then we'll entertain their invoice at that point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I don't think you mentioned like there's a not to exceed amount. I didn't see anything for like
Do
the cost.
you remember
was
what the
gonna
not to
be?
exceed amount was?
$4,000.
I was gonna say it was like 40 Rand or something like that.
But just so everybody understands, we want to see their design calcs that they did to size everything, their electrical, their friction loss, all that kind of stuff. We want to see if we could use it. And we haven't seen any evidence of that yet.
So let's say we get these plans and everything, it checks out okay. What's our next steps, guys? Where does that put us as far as the timeline to get the, 8 and 9, the well houses done, all of that? We're, in a realistic schedule, what are we looking at?
I can't tell you till I see what the data looks like that they got. I mean, this project would be a 6 to 9 month job. Hopefully, we can shave a lot of time off of what the town already paid for. But we got to see it, Joe, and we don't have that information.
Okay. All right, well, we'll follow up with Tim tomorrow.
But I guess what is the $4,000 that we're paying for?
We're paying for them to give us the data that we already paid for.
Well,
There's some ambiguity as to ownership of the data when you're dealing with engineering firms and the owners. My personal
Because it's
opinion,
their proprietary, they're saying it's their proprietary information?
yes, and AutoCAD drawings, digital form, all that. So I think it's a bargain to move this project along quicker, and we will save a lot in engineering fees that'll offset that $4,000.
Okay. Is this sort of industry standard, Wayne, that you've seen before with?
I think that Jim's right. It's better to go this route than
Yeah,
start all over. There's bond money that has to be spent, and we got till June 24th or June 20th to do it, so it's better to try this. They had drawings already drawn up. How far are they? 80% maybe? Jim has seen some of them, I think, so
Yeah, they're pretty far along.
you're almost there, but it's no touchdown.
yeah.
It's like a 4-yard pass,
Yeah, yeah,
4,000.
yep. Okay, so we need to have a motion to approve this Haas data use agreement with a not to exceed $4,000? We need a motion to approve it? Is that what you're,
That would be fine. I don't have a problem. I mean, the cost of this is within the town's purchasing
okay,
authority. I mean, it's town manager's purchasing authority, but if you would feel more comfortable to approve it, I don't have any objection to that.
I don't think we need it.
yeah, I don't think, okay. Because it's already signed off on and we're
Right,
moving forward.
right.
Okay,
And I did kind of reach out to everyone to make sure that they were okay on that, so.
okay, reports and correspondence, Robinson?
Sure, I'll be happy to fill you in a couple of projects going on. Acorn Water Main just went spectacular. The street looks great, the water main's in, the pressure tested, chlorinated, it's operating now. We are now in the restoration portion of it. There's some more sanitary sewer work, but the next board will be able to hear about that. Lift station, I'm sorry, lead service line inventory, we're gonna be starting in a couple of weeks. That's due October of 2024, so there's not gonna be an issue there. The media replacement, we have the permit down to item, we're waiting for a response on that. Right now, we're working on finishing off the altitude valve plans, and that's about where we're at. We're waiting to see what's gonna happen with the well houses too.
Okay,
If we could kind of deviate slightly from the agenda, did you want to, if we could, have Evan from First Group kind of give us an update on the 93rd and the Gatlin and all the fun stuff?
So last time I was here, we got a change order to do some additional water main work. That has been in for a few weeks now. We took a little bit to get the chlorination test passed, but they finally passed it. All the residents have been hooked up to the new water main. We made the connection to School Street and to Kyleman this past Saturday. So now the main is finally in. All the water main is done on the project. And I was here last month to get a change order for Public Works. Took a look at kind of what was going on down there, and they wanted to see some additional valves added in. I actually underran some of the stone on the job, so I won't need a change order to get. We'll just overrun some of the existing items, so no issues there. Set the town up for a future project to go from School Street down to 95th was their intentions with this additional change order work. So there's a T there that's capped, ready for whenever the town can get back to putting that project in. Other than that, as you can see, we're paving in the job now. There's been no issues with any of the existing or the new water main that they put in. So we're moving along smoothly. Other than that, that's about what I got for the water main. I think this is going to be a little weird how I have to close this one out. There's 2 budgets on this, but I still have to close the project out altogether. But next month's meeting, I should be able to bring to you at least the final water main numbers. The project might not be closed out, but I can at least report to you where we're at with that budget, and it will be an underrun. So, any questions?
no, great, thank you.
You got your one stoplight pole that's coming later, about what, December
I'll,
4th?
I'm here for the town council meeting as well, so I'll give my whole spiel then. But yes,
Okay.
it is coming, so,
So it's Christmas.
yeah, so is Christmas. So, yeah, I'll talk, I plan on being here for town council meeting as well. I'll talk about that then. All right, thank you.
Great, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Wayne, any updates on anything?
The media for the treatment plants is ordered. Some of it will be here tomorrow. We can store it outside. There's a new way of loading that. It's going to save some manpower. So Peerless is probably going to do it or use their machinery for it. It should save some money and some time. When is it going to go in? I think we have to get an item permit. Right, Tom? How far are we out from getting that?
Well, it's been there for at least a month now, and I've got 2 emails into to get a status, and I can't get a response. But we just got a permit for Astoria that was submitted about 2 months ago.
Wow.
So I think that they're a little bit more behind than originally anticipated.
Maybe we'll get a good Christmas present.
Yeah, I am fortunate, Mr. Pondinas, so.
That's it?
Okay. Joe, anything else?
No, I think,
Yeah.
Tom kind of talked about a little bit about the, the project. Evan touched on the, Gatlin wrapping up their portion of that. So, we're glad that that's coming to a near ending. And you do have some, progress payments on your, agenda this evening for consideration for, FH Passion, First Group, and for M&J Underground. And I got to say that, I'm really impressed with the work that M&J did on the Acorn Drive project. I think they did a remarkable job to get that thing done and as quick as they did. I know there was a few hiccups, a couple of gas mains that got hit, but, it happens. Nothing blew up, so that's a good thing. But all in all, I think they did an outstanding job and got that wrapped up in no time. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Okay, we'll go on to payment of the bills. Any questions that you had on it?
No.
Neither did I. So I'll look for a motion to approve the accounts payable voucher for the Water District for $29,047.33.
So moved.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, vote passed 2-0. Then for the, look for a motion to approve the accounts payable voucher dated November 21st for the water utility in the amount of $553,186.28. Were there any questions?
No.
So I'll look for a motion.
So moved.
I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Vote passes 2-0. The next one is for, to approve, the progress payment to FA Passion for the 93rd Avenue and Kyleman widening water main project in the amount of $248,998.08. And authorizing the clerk treasurer to pay from the 2021 water bond. So we have that in our packet, yep. Were there any questions?
No.
Okay, look for a motion to approve.
So moved.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 2-0. The next item is consider a motion to approve progress payment for First Group for the 93rd Avenue and Kyleman widening water main project in the amount of $11,012 with clerk treasurer to issue payment from the 2021 water bond. Any questions?
No.
Look for a motion.
So moved.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 2-0, passes. The next item is considering a motion to approve Robinson Engineering invoice number 231001115 for wells 8 and 9, well houses, with title copies. Task order is 2207, and authorize the clerk treasurer to issue payment. Were there any questions on this one?
Yeah, just like a refresher on what this is. I know everything's discombobulated at this point, right? So not really moving forward with the original scope of the contract, right? So is this bringing us up to speed up to this point in time? The 25% billing, was this like past billing? Help me out.
We're holding our billing until we see a little more progress. This was, I think it's only for $75. This was a pass-through that I had sitting for some time from the title work when we first started the project. I think it's a pass-through for Chicago Title or something like that.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah,
I saw the 25% complete.
yeah, we're not billing any engineering.
Okay.
$75 to get it off the books, yeah.
Never mind. Sorry. I'm good.
Okay, so a motion to, make a motion?
Yeah, so I'll make a motion to approve the Robinson Engineering invoice in the amount of $75.
And I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
That motion passes 2-0. And the final item, under payment of bills is consider a motion to approve M&J Underground invoice number M230433 for the Acorn Drive Water Main and roadway project in the amount of $347,978.25. Actually,
So there's, if you look at the back, like this is the total right here, just the water portion.
oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so this came with a letter of recommendation from the town engineer who reviewed the invoice. The total amount of the invoice, or the amount that's earned to date, was $423,078 with a retention of 10%, leaving a total of $380,770.20. $347,978.25 is attributed to the water, while $32,791.95 was attributed to sanitary.
In the beginning of the job, that we were told there was two different funding buckets, and we had a sanitary and a water, and we broke up the project accordingly on that. Almost all the pay items are definitive on what goes to sanitary, what goes to water. There are some that I use your subjectivity, like the mobilization, and that we broke according to pro rata share. So, what we have it set up is that it is what it is on the quantities, and right now, nothing is over that I know of. Everything should be right where the target is, so. And the first phase of the job is getting the water main in. The next invoice we'll see will probably be for sanitary sewer, will be next month, and then the final job will be coming in, so.
Okay, so consider a motion to approve payment to M&J Underground invoice for M230433 for the Acorn Drive project for $347,978.25.
If you could have the motion state that this is a progress payment, not final payment.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I will make that motion, and noting that this is a progress payment and not the final payment.
And I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That motion passes 2-0. Any other items? Any public comment?
I don't know when I should talk about this, but I was told that, is this for sanitation currently right now?
That's the next meeting.
This is for water, yep.
Gotcha.
Okay, no public comment? Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So move.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Everybody have a great Thanksgiving.
You killed it, Joe.